Hi, welcome back to our blog. Today we're here to give you a couple of quick tips if you're in the market to buy a home or if you're thinking about being in the market to buy a home this summer or later on in the year. We want to make sure you're fully equipped. So we're here with John Burnham, our mortgage lender. John, tell us, if you're in the market to buy a home, what are the first steps that you need to take?
Well, I think the first step is to get pre-approved, and I think the common misconception is just calling a bank or calling a lender and giving them your basic information and just getting kind of a pre-qualification that's enough. It's really not in today's market. A pre-approval is an in-depth loan application, submitting financials, submit your tax returns, W-2s, paycheck stubs, bank statements. Have your loan officer review that information and give you a solid pre-approval so that when you go out and start looking at homes, you're ready to move on something if you find something you like.
Now, you're going to pull our credit.
Correct.
So when you pull our credit, is that gonna hurt it? Is it gonna drop it down 10 or 20 points?
Well, that's a good question. So no, the answer to your question is it will not hurt your credit. The credit bureaus have come out and said their scoring model allows for a consumer to shop within the same industry within a 30-day period. So you talk to our lending company, you talk to another bank or two, and they pull your credit as well. Your score is not going to drop as a result of those credit pulls. Now, it may drop as a result of other factors going on with your credit, but not strictly because of the inquiries.
Okay, so now, why would I want to go to you as a home buyer or a future home buyer first before I go to myself, before I go to a real estate agent, or before I go out and just start driving neighborhoods and looking at homes?
Well, the most important reason is to be prepared, right? So if you don't go to your lender first, if you don't go to me first, and you go out and start looking at homes, there's a chance. Chances are you're going to find something you like. So then you're going to want to put an offer in, and maybe that's on a Saturday or a Sunday, and it's hard to get a hold of someone who can get your information and get you pre-approved. You're not going to have your financials ready. You need to be prepared and have a pre-approval prior to looking at homes so that your real estate agent put the offer together, put a contract together, and submit it to the seller and have the highest likelihood of it getting accepted.
Well, right. It's going to save you money as a home buyer in the long run because a seller is more likely to take your offer that might be $5,000 or $10,000 less if you're already fully approved and well on your way to a 30-day close with your mortgage lender, and he can attest to that to the seller or the seller's real estate agent, versus a home buyer who hasn't met with a mortgage lender, who hasn't gotten their credit pulled, or they haven't even gotten documents to their lender yet. That could be a total risk, and no seller wants to risk losing that, losing a fully qualified buyer that can actually write an offer and go to a 30-day close in hopes to get $5,000 or $3,000 extra dollars. Working with somebody who's a liability, essentially, right?
That's right, and I've actually seen very well qualified buyers that have come to me early in the process, and we pulled their credit, and they had something on there that really shouldn't have been, and it was pulling their score down 80 points, 100 points.
And it takes time to fix that. It
takes time. It takes maybe 30 or 60 days, sometimes less, sometimes just a week or two. But the earlier you know what's on there, what's on your credit report, the better, especially if you don't get your credit pulled very often.
So if you're thinking about buying a home, you got to get in touch with a mortgage lender, and you got to get in touch with somebody who knows what they're doing. John, how long have you been in the business?
11 years.
11 years. This guy knows what he's doing. He's incredible. He works with all of our home buyers. So if you ever, if you're thinking about getting in the market to buy a home, call me. I'll get you in touch with John. We'll get this thing going right away. So thanks so much for watching this video.